Welcome to the world of science fiction stories, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel. Enjoy the listening. Only the foolish human vet dared to treat the alien queen's beast. Dr. Jonathan Miller was winding down for the evening in his modest clinic nestled on the outskirts of New Seattle. His day had been typical: routine checkups, a few emergency cases, and the occasional exotic pet that needed his expertise. The familiar hum of his holographic communicator interrupted his thoughts as he sipped his tea, expecting a late-night call from a worried pet owner. He was taken aback when the Galactic Council's emblem materialized in the air before him. "Dr. Miller, your skills are urgently required on the planet Zox. You have been selected to treat a creature of significant importance to the Zellian Empire. Immediate departure is necessary," the holographic voice intoned. Jonathan blinked in astonishment, nearly spilling his tea. The Galactic Council and Zox. He had read about the Zellian Empire, known for its advanced technology and formidable queen, but he never imagined he would be summoned there. The message continued, detailing his mission. The patient was a Zellian Dren, a massive and revered beast, and it was gravely ill. The urgency in the Council's tone was clear. Failure was not an option. He set his cup down, his mind racing. The opportunity was both thrilling and daunting. Treating an alien creature of such importance could propel his career to unimaginable heights, but the stakes were equally high. If he failed, the repercussions could be severe, not just for him, but potentially for relations between Earth and the Zellian Empire. Within an hour, Jonathan had packed his medical kits, ensuring he included every conceivable tool and medication that might prove useful. His assistant, a young vet named Lily, looked at him with wide eyes as he explained his sudden departure. "Are you sure about this, Dr. Miller?" she asked, concern etched on her face. Jonathan nodded, though he felt a knot of anxiety in his stomach. "I have to do this, Lily. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Take care of the clinic while I'm gone." With that final nod, he boarded the Galactic Council's transport ship waiting for him at the nearby spaceport. The sleek, silver craft was unlike anything he had ever seen, its interior humming with advanced technology as the ship ascended into the sky. Jonathan felt a mixture of excitement and fear. The familiar landscape of Earth faded away, replaced by the vastness of space. The journey to Zox was surprisingly swift, thanks to the Council's advanced propulsion systems. As the ship approached the alien planet, Jonathan gazed out at the stunning view. Zox was a world of towering crystalline structures and shimmering blue oceans bathed in the soft glow of twin suns. The planet's beauty was breathtaking, but Jonathan's thoughts were focused on the task ahead. Upon landing, he was met by a delegation of Zellans, tall and slender, with shimmering blue skin and intricate glowing tattoos that seemed to pulse with life. They regarded him with a mix of skepticism and hope. Their leader, a stern-looking figure named Alara, introduced herself and wasted no time in briefing him on the situation. "The Dren is a symbol of our strength and heritage," she explained as they made their way through the capital city's winding streets. "Queen Alara is deeply concerned. No one has been able to identify the cause of its illness. We are placing our trust in you, Dr. Miller." Jonathan felt the weight of her words. The streets were lined with curious onlookers, their eyes following him as he passed. He felt like an outsider, a stranger in a world that was both fascinating and intimidating. The Zellian architecture was unlike anything on Earth. Buildings seemed to defy gravity, their surfaces shimmering with a bioluminescent glow. Finally, they reached the palace, a grand structure made of crystal and light, its spires reaching toward the sky. Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Jonathan was led to the Dren's lair, a cavernous chamber filled with strange, luminescent plants and the echoing roars of the beast. The air was thick with a musky scent, and the temperature was noticeably warmer. Queen Alara herself awaited him, her presence commanding and her gaze piercing. She was tall and regal, her flowing robes adorned with intricate patterns that seemed to shift and change. Her eyes, a striking shade of violet, fixed on Jonathan as he approached. "Dr. Miller," she said, her voice carrying an undeniable authority, "you have been brought here because of your reputation. My Dren, Fuchs, is dying. You must save him." Jonathan bowed slightly, feeling the weight of her expectations. "I will do everything in my power, Your Majesty." With a nod from the Queen, Jonathan approached the Dren. The creature was massive. Its scales, usually a vibrant blue, were now a dull gray. It lay curled in a corner, breathing heavily, its eyes half closed. Jonathan took a deep breath and reached for his scanner as he began his examination. He felt the watchful eyes of the Zelian medics and the silent pressure of the Queen's presence. Fuchs growled softly as Jonathan's scanner hummed, but the creature was too weak to do more. Jonathan's mind raced as he analyzed the data. The Dren's vital signs were alarming, yet there was no clear cause of the illness. He knew he was facing one of the greatest challenges of his career, and the stakes had never been higher. "Hang in there, Fuchs," Jonathan murmured, determination hardening his resolve. "We're going to figure this out." Thus began the first chapter of his extraordinary journey. Jonathan realized that he was not just fighting to save a life, but to bridge the gap between worlds, proving that even the most impossible tasks could be achieved with courage and compassion. The journey to the Dren's lair had given Dr. Jonathan Miller only a glimpse of Zox, but now, with the creature's conditions stable enough for a brief respite, he had the chance to explore this alien world more thoroughly. Queen Alara had granted him a few days to gather his thoughts and investigate further, aware that an exhausted mind would not serve her beloved creature well. Jonathan decided to take this time to learn more about Zox and its unique ecosystem, hoping to find clues that might help him understand Fuchs's mysterious ailment. He was assigned a guide, a young Zelian named Naira, who was enthusiastic about showing him the wonders of her world. "Dr. Miller," Naira said with a warm smile, her tattoos shimmering in the sunlight, "I will show you the places where the Dren used to roam. Perhaps it will help you find what you seek." Their first stop was the Crystal Forest, a breathtaking expanse of towering crystalline trees that seemed to sing with the wind. The ground was covered in a carpet of soft, glowing moss, and the air was filled with the gentle hum of bioluminescent insects. Jonathan marveled at the sight, his scientific curiosity piqued by the unique flora and fauna. "The crystals here resonate with the planet's energy," Naira explained. "Many creatures, including the Dren, come here to absorb the minerals they need to thrive." Jonathan took samples of the moss and crystal fragments, noting their unusual properties. He wondered if a change in the forest's ecosystem might be affecting Fuchs. As they moved deeper into the forest, Jonathan spotted a group of small, lizard-like creatures basking on the crystals, their scales reflecting the ambient light. Next, they visited the shimmering lakes, a series of interconnected bodies of water that glowed with an otherworldly luminescence. The water was clear and cool, and Jonathan could see schools of iridescent fish swimming gracefully beneath the surface. Naira told him that these lakes were sacred to the Zelans, and that many of their ceremonies and rituals took place there. "Fuchs used to swim in these waters," she said, her eyes reflecting the lake's glow. Jonathan collected water samples and observed the fish, noting their unique physiology. He wondered if a change in the lake's chemical composition could be linked to Fuchs's illness. The intricate connection between the environment and the creature's health fascinated him. Their final stop was the Cave of Echoes, a massive cavern system known for its strange acoustic properties. The walls of the cave were lined with glowing crystals that pulsed in time with the vibrations in the air. As they entered, Jonathan was struck by the eerie beauty of the place. "Be careful," Naira warned. "The echoes here can be disorienting." Jonathan nodded, his ears already adjusting to the strange symphony of sounds. He carefully navigated the cave, taking note of the mineral deposits and bioluminescent fungi clinging to the walls. He found traces of the Dren's presence, claw marks and shed scales, which indicated that Fuchs had spent considerable time here. Exiting the cave, Jonathan felt a growing sense of connection to Zox and its inhabitants. The planet was a delicate balance of natural wonders and intricate ecosystems, each element playing a crucial role in the health and vitality of its creatures. He realized that understanding Fuchs's illness required a holistic approach, considering not just the Dren itself, but the entire environment in which it thrived. Back at the palace, Jonathan reviewed his findings, cross-referencing them with the data he had collected from Fuchs. He began to form a hypothesis. Recent ecological shifts on Zox, perhaps caused by climatic changes or other environmental factors, had disrupted the delicate balance that Fuchs depended on. The creature's diet and habitat had been altered, leading to a deficiency in essential minerals and nutrients. Jonathan shared his insights with Queen Alara and the Zelian medics. I believe Fuchs's illness is linked to changes in his environment. We need to restore the balance and provide him with the necessary minerals to recover. The Queen listened intently, her expression thoughtful. What do you propose, Dr. Miller? She asked. We need to replicate the conditions of the crystal forest, the shimmering lakes, and the cave of echoes. Jonathan replied, by recreating his natural habitat and supplementing his diet with the minerals I've identified, we can help Fuchs heal. Queen Alara nodded slowly. Do whatever is necessary, Fuchs must be saved. With the Queen's approval, Jonathan and the Zellian medics began their work. They created a specialized enclosure for Fuchs, carefully mimicking the conditions of his natural habitats. They infused the water with minerals from the shimmering lakes, lined the enclosure with crystals from the forest, and adjusted the lighting to replicate the cave's glow. As they worked, Jonathan couldn't help but marvel at the Zellian advanced technology and deep connection to their planet. He felt a sense of camaraderie with the alien medics. Despite their differences, their shared goal had brought them closer together. Days passed, and gradually Fuchs began to show signs of improvement. His scales regained their vibrant blue hue, and his strength returned. The once feared and revered Dren was on the path to recovery, thanks to Jonathan's determination and the collaborative efforts of the Zellans. One evening, as Jonathan observed Fuchs resting peacefully in his enclosure, Queen Alara approached him. You have done well, Dr. Miller. Your insight and dedication have saved Fuchs, she said. Jonathan smiled, feeling a profound sense of accomplishment. It was a team effort, Your Majesty. I couldn't have done it without the support of your people. The Queen nodded, her gaze softening. You have earned our respect, Jonathan. Zox will always welcome you as a friend. As he prepared to leave Zox, Jonathan reflected on his extraordinary journey. He had come to an alien world to save a creature of legend, and had discovered a profound connection between life and the environment. The experience had deepened his understanding of the universe and the intricate web of life that connects all beings. With a heart full of gratitude and a mind brimming with new knowledge, Dr. Jonathan Miller boarded the Galactic Council's transport ship, ready to return to Earth. He knew that his story would inspire others to embrace the unknown, and that the bonds he had forged on Zox would remain with him forever. With the stars as his guide, Jonathan set off for home, eager to share his tale of courage, compassion, and the extraordinary world beyond imagination. Back on Earth, Dr. Jonathan Miller's return was marked with a hero welcome. Yet his mind was still on Zox and the incredible journey he had undertaken. His experience had changed him profoundly, and he was eager to share his newfound knowledge and the story of Fuchs, the mighty Dren, with the world. As he stepped off the Galactic Council's transport ship, he was greeted by a throng of journalists, fellow veterinarians, and curious onlookers. Cameras flashed and questions bombarded him, yet Jonathan remained composed, his thoughts organized from the long journey home. Dr. Miller, what was it like treating an alien creature? One reporter asked, shoving a microphone toward him. It was an extraordinary experience, Jonathan replied, smiling warmly. The Zellian Dren, Fuchs, was unlike any creature I've encountered, and treating him required understanding the intricate balance of his environment and physiology. It taught me the importance of holistic care, considering not just the creature itself, but the entire ecosystem on which it depends. The following weeks, Jonathan embarked on a series of lectures and seminars, sharing his insights with the scientific community. He detailed the unique properties of the Zellian ecosystem, the advanced technologies used by the Zellans, and the collaborative efforts that led to Fuchs's recovery. His talks were met with awe and admiration, inspiring many to explore the possibilities of interplanetary veterinary medicine and environmental conservation. One of his most significant contributions was a comprehensive paper published in the Galactic Journal of Xenobiology titled Holistic Approaches to Xenobiological Health, a case study of the Zellian Dren. The paper detailed his findings and methodologies, offering valuable insights to scientists and veterinarians across the galaxy. In recognition of his groundbreaking work, Jonathan was invited to join an elite group of intergalactic scientists dedicated to studying and preserving alien life forms. This opportunity allowed him to continue his research, collaborating with experts from various fields and exploring new worlds. Back at his clinic in New Seattle, Jonathan implemented many of the techniques and insights he had gained from his experience on Zox. His practice became known for its innovative approaches to veterinary care, attracting clients from across the planet, and even from other worlds. One day, as Jonathan was attending to a particularly challenging case involving a genetically modified feline, he received an unexpected visitor. Queen Alara's holographic image appeared before him, her regal presence as commanding as ever. "Dr. Miller," she said, her voice resonating with warmth and respect, "I wanted to thank you personally for your efforts. Fuchs has fully recovered and our ecosystem is thriving once more. Your work has left an indelible mark on Zox." Jonathan bowed slightly, a smile spreading across his face. "It was an honor, Your Majesty. I am grateful for the opportunity to learn from your world and to have contributed to Fuchs's recovery." The Queen nodded. "You will always be welcome on Zox, Jonathan. Our people hold you in the highest regard. Should you ever need our assistance, you need only ask." As the hologram faded, Jonathan felt a deep sense of fulfillment. His journey to Zox had not only saved a life, but had also forged a lasting bond between two worlds. The respect and friendship he had earned from the Zelans were invaluable, and he knew that this connection would open doors to countless new opportunities and adventures in the years that followed. Jonathan continued to push the boundaries of veterinary science. Inspired by the lessons he had learned on Zox, he mentored young veterinarians, encouraging them to embrace the unknown and to consider the broader environmental context in their practice. His legacy grew, and his story became a symbol of courage, compassion, and the limitless possibilities of exploration.